Hi, you guys. Steph here. In this recording, I'm going to be sharing with you all about growing your email list. Now, I recognize that a lot of people actually aren't even asking about this inside of the group, and you're missing a really, really key opportunity to be communicating with people who want to be taking your yoga classes or learning from you. And it's really, really important for you to start focusing on building an email list. I'm going to go through exactly why you need to do this, how to do it, and what emails you should be sending, and even why. It seems in the industry that a lot of people are starting to just focus on Instagram or focus only in one particular location, and you're really limiting your marketing by only using one channel. I personally, in January launched a yoga fusion program, and my intention was to use both email marketing and Instagram. And it just so happened that Instagram changed the algorithm the day that I had started to launch my product. And I was typically getting like 400 people looking at my stories, and was seeing, generally people who would want to purchase. And the day that I launched and that week, the algorithm changed and I only had maybe 50 people looking at my stories. So one of the issues with just marketing through Instagram is that you're really limiting your reach to the people who are on Instagram. And I think that we're getting to a point where everyone's been on Instagram for 5 or 6 years. There could be another app, there could be another platform that starts to pick up. And people aren't on Instagram every single day. So it seems really like trendy and not considering the long term to be focusing on the only place you focus is using Instagram. I'm not going to say that Instagram's bad. I'm going to say that it's just one channel and that you should widen your reach by considering using an email list and consistently talking to your email list. Okay, so I have a list of things that I want to go through over here. Reasons that you would be here is that maybe you potentially don't feel like Instagram is the best place for you authentically and mentally. I know for my own mental space to continually share my day or the things that are happening in my day really feels like a disruption to my flow. I'm the kind of person who likes to get into a workflow in one specific task and finish it. And I have tried over and over to share myself through Instagram, and it just feels really inauthentic. And when I'm on my email list, I know the people who are on my email list are specifically looking for step yoga. Like they signed up specifically to hear from me. And when I'm talking on Instagram, like I feel like I sometimes I'm talking to like people from college or high school, and that platform, like the consensus of that platform is like beautiful photos and like perfection. And your email list, you can be so authentic and so open and genuinely share things that are personal to you or anything in your life that you feel like you just want to connect with. Email list is a really, really good place for that. And people like Gmail isn't going away. People always like open emails, and you can really record the analytics of the email so you know who is looking at your email and who are your top subscribers, and you can create content generated to them. There's just so much more analytics that you can actually use, which is really important in your business. So I would ask yourself, just for your listening of this video, what is my marketing plan? Do I have a marketing plan? What is the strategy that I'm using to create an audience? And if you don't have a product right now that you're selling for your yoga business or your fitness business, that's okay. It's still really nice to get on the court, get out of the stands, get on the court, and start sharing your classes, start sharing yourself. Because when people do or don't sign up, you're only getting feedback. There's never anything right or wrong with that. You putting yourself out there is going to start giving you ideas as to what people like. You're never going to know what people like or what people are looking for in a course if you're just thinking about it in your head. You have to start producing content that people may not like, because that's the only way that you're going to actually start to create an idea for your business. I started out as a food blogger. I used to spend 8 hours of my day this is really embarrassing. I spend literally 8 hours of my day photographing pictures of food to post on my Instagram because I was like so committed to becoming a food blogger. And then one day I posted a picture of my fitness and like how I had transformed my body through the method that I used. And like everyone had so many questions. And it was like I was tunnel vision of like this is the one way that I can make money is food blogging. And I wasn't considering that fitness was actually what my audience really cared about. They wanted to know how I got in shape. I moved to California and people just really actually genuinely were curious like what was the thing that I did, and my program actually came from that. So I was getting feedback, I was creating. So if you're in a place where you're stuck and you don't feel like you have anything to teach for a course, it's a little bit off topic, come back and just start posting things that you know, because you do have something to teach and you are really valuable, and you just haven't seen that because you're caught up in your head and you're thinking and you're looking at what other people are doing. So get in your own lane. You have something to teach. All right. I just got a SOAS release also, which I feel so energized by. I don't know if any of you ever, or your yoga teachers, so you know, have had your SOAS released, but I just feel like I can breathe. I feel so clear. Highly recommend. All right. Number one, I've already kind of given this, but why to create an email list is direct access. When you send an email, it's directly going to your customer. If you post something on Instagram, there's a good chance someone could see it. There's a good chance someone might not see it. Doesn't mean Instagram's bad, just means that when you're sending an email, you actually want to communicate with someone. You want someone to read that. That's a really intentional thing to do in your business. Um, The second thing is, how do you even start this email list? Like, why would anyone ever give you their email address? How are they even going to give you their email address? Like, you've been carrying a clipboard around to your yoga classes. Maybe you have a couple people from there. Like, who are these people who are going to be on your email list? Like, why are they getting on it? So I'm going to segment this in two ways. If you already have a product, create something that is either free and relative to that product. So I'll give you an example. Kate Fit is one of my clients, and she has a fitness streaming site. So she's going to have two email lists. She's going to have a list of people who are subscribing to her site, and she's going to have a list of people who are not subscribing to the site, and she wants to move them over to the subscribing side. When you're thinking about your email list, you want to make sure that you're speaking to the right people. So you're going to separate these lists out, and this is a little bit more advanced, but just for your filter, like you're going to speak to the people who have already purchased Kate Fit, who have already purchased your program, different than the people who are prospective and potentially could purchase your program. So Kate Fit has all of her subscribers, and she'll send them emails about new content updates, any live classes she's going to do. That's going to be separate from her actual people who are prospects. So the way that she's getting prospective clients is that she created an arm workout video. It's a free video, and they can access it by giving her the email. So it's almost like a little bit of a transaction. You have to, no one's just going to give you their email address because you ask them to. You need to give them something in return. That's is just the way that it's worked. So give them an email address and you'll get something in return. And this is a way to actually build a relationship with people. And she just had her free arm video, and that really wasn't converting into subscribers. That really wasn't enough. So you need to think of how many points of contact do I need to have with this person before they actually purchase my program, before they actually take their wallet out. And the way that you want to think about this is like when you go on a first date, that person's not going to ask you to be your girlfriend or your boyfriend on that first date. Like that's the first contact point. Maybe you met out, you're going on a date. They're not going to ask you for marriage. They're not going to ask you on the first date. You're going to go through a relationship, and then at a certain point, you're going to make it official. It's the same thing when you're building a relationship with your audience. You're going to go through this process of nurturing your relationship, giving value, providing value, showing these people who you are so that they want to purchase from you. And consider like get less about the strategy and more like, how can I foster a relationship with this person? How can I introduce to them who I am, what I'm about? Why did I get into yoga? People really want to know those things about you because it creates connection, and that's really what we're here for in business, is to create relationships and create connection. So this is a strategy for you to do the ultimate goal of helping someone transform or whatever it is that you have to offer through your program. So um, what Kate is going to do in order to start to funnel the people from her email list into to being a subscriber is she's actually going to start to create a weekly email where she is recurringly building trust. So the way that the people are coming to her website is she's promoting this free arm workout on her website for free. People from Instagram are either coming and subscribing, getting the workout, doing it, but then there's nothing to do after that. So she's creating a relationship with them, and she's updating this now. So there's a way through email campaigns, and I'm going to go into this in a little bit, how to trigger emails that are going to happen one day after they subscribe, 1 week after they subscribe, so that you can really welcome them and give them all the information that they need about you to make a purchasing decision. So Kate is going to start sending weekly 10-minute workouts um, to this list. And that's going to establish trust and keep her fitness at the top of mind. So when they do decide that moment when they're like, oh, I need a workout program, they're going to remember her. Because if they only heard of her once from other people, they're likely not actually going to feel like she's at the top of their mind when it's time to buy. So you want to always be creating connection, always be in their inbox so that you know exactly when or whenever they're ready to purchase. Oh, that's my train of thought. Whenever they're ready to purchase, you're ready. Make sense? Okay. So by adding that weekly email, that's going to help. In addition, she could add a welcome sequence. So when they're welcome to the email list, she can let them know, hey, I'm Kate. I created Kate Fit because I'm passionate about fitness. I'm passionate about movement of the body. This website is a collection of everything I've learned over the 14 years of being a fitness and yoga instructor. My intention is for you to move and feel good in your body. And you can expect from me a 10-minute workout every single week. And if you want to learn more about me or how you can join Kate Fit, here's that. So make sure that they know that. And a lot of people like might be scared to tell people that they have a product that like you can purchase. Don't be. People being aware is really, really, really important. So I'm hoping that that's making sense for you and giving you kind of ideas as to how you can build your list if you do have a product. Sorry, I just had to change my seat. Um, Now, that is exactly what you do if you have a product. If you don't have a product, my challenge for you is to get on the court. And when I say get on the court, that means like actually put something out there that could be rejected, could be accepted. And I know it's challenging and it's something that is really scary, especially after yoga teacher training. And I remember the first few months after yoga teacher training was so challenging for me to really even like step into the fact that I am a yoga teacher, I'm teaching and share that with people. So if I could go back, I would empower you to really like let people know that you are a yoga teacher and that you're offering free classes. Just post a YouTube video because it's honestly way better to be alive and getting rejected than it is to just be sitting in the stands. So trust me, put something out there and get some feedback. You will be guided to the thing that is yours and what is really, really important for your audience. Okay, third thing is that you want to be super generous with your email list. The most successful entrepreneurs are extremely generous. And I have posted this before, but I was in the mindset of very transactional. Like, how can I get something if I give something? Like, this is what I need to get. So, and this is like one of those terms that's thrown around in our industry so much, but how can you come from an abundant place? Like, you have an abundance of energy, you have abundance to give. There's so much for you to be sharing with people, and don't let like the unsubscribe button scare you, because that just means only people who want to hear from you are on your list. It can mean anything. Um, cool. Okay, we're gonna go over the exact emails that I sent. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to say. So yeah, getting people, oh, okay. If you don't have a website and you have nothing, you just have a Facebook group or you just have an Instagram, I want to show you a platform that you can use to start creating emails, and it's called Flowdesk. I've used it before and it creates really, really nice branded emails. You can see them here. They're like super well done. And there's also a way to create freebies on here. So you can grow your list with forms without even having a website. So that's one of the awesome things about this. And it connects, if you do have a website, it connects with Shopify, like all of these things. You can also, like I was sharing before, create automation. So if they open an email, and I don't want to get too advanced, but if they open an email, then you do this. And if they don't open an email, then you do this. And I like love these kinds of systems. Like they get my socks off. And knowing that a computer can literally do this for you while you were at the beach, like I can't even. And one day you are going to understand the power of automation, and you're going to have your whole business automated, and you are going to be two people. Like you're going to come home and you'll be like, oh my God, my email list was automated, everything's automated, and 10 people are subscribed to my website. I can't even wait for you to tell me for the day. Um, okay. That's there. It's a 30-day free trial. It's amazing. I personally use ActiveCampaign, and if I was starting over, I would use this. I am now going to go through every single email that I sent when I created my yoga program, Steph Yoga. So if you don't know, I run a yoga fitness website. It's called Steph Yoga. I launched it in 2018. In October or November of 2017, it was like the last day of October, somewhere around there. I launched the wait list. And the way that I collected email addresses was by launching a wait list for the Steph Yoga 6-week body transformation program. And I told them, by being on the wait list, like you'll get early access and you'll get to learn about the program. Back then, wait lists were kind of a new thing. Now wait lists are, I can't get a gauge. I don't know if wait lists are really something that works still. It really just depends if it's your first product or not. Um, I think freebies do better. But a wait list gave me a really good idea of the number of people who would be interested in my product. And it was a very, very targeted email list, meaning that each person that signed up for that list was interested in transforming their body through my program. So I hadn't filmed any of the videos. I had tested the process. I had all the sequences done, but I didn't film any of the videos until I saw that people cared. Because what a lot of entrepreneurs do is that they waste all their time behind the computer filming or behind, and there's no one who actually wants to be a part of your program. And it just means that the content isn't right. So don't take that the wrong way. All right. So I'm gonna walk you through this. Let me take a drink of water. So the automation started with the person joining the wait list. And then they received this email. Thank you for joining. I used to be associated with a brand called FlowLift. So where it says FlowLift, FlowLift Body Transformation Waitlist. You rock. I'll be sending you more information in the upcoming days, so be on the lookout. Have a great day. Thanks, Steph. So this is what they received directly after they joined my waitlist. Now, couple, maybe weeks, a week later, I gave them an email list, like be like, what is it that they're signed up for and what is the program? So I am creating a relationship and I'm building trust and I'm sharing with them like what even is this? Because the program that I teach is really different. It's ankle weights and like the movements are very, very different. It's not for everyone. It's a really, really specific program. So I said, thank you. Why are you here? What am I on the wait list for? And because this was my first time launching, I told them it was a beta test and that I really just wanted new before and after photos of their transformation because that was really like it was a $97 program. I was just trying to get people to come in and actually like see, does this work? And then I described the class. So if you're going through this sequence, feel free to use the same format because this format really, really worked very well. I think I had like a 70% conversion rate of the people on my list. So it was a really, really successful launch. So I shared with them what is the class there. It's like, what is FlowLift? It's basically a combination of yoga, Pilates, and bar, and that it's a really great way to maximize the time you spend working out for your results. I tried to envision what would be the questions that someone asked inside their head as like what and then make them an email. So I was really answering what is going on in the conversation in their head. What if they've never tried it? Well, no worries. I'll be guiding you through every move so you'll get the maximum out of this workout. And then at the end, I left a testimonial. So I shared with them how my friend felt after doing the class. And the span of time that I spent marketing this waitlist was 2 months. So this is like all of the email content that I shared over this 2-month period. This was the next week. I let them know that I was going to be teaching this class in studio and I was going to be having this class on my Instagram. So they could get a feel for like, what is this class? How does it work? And just like see how I taught. So I wanted to give them some sort of free value and something that was just nice and fun. And I had made all this up as I went along. So it was like, no, like I didn't know what I was doing back then. So then I decided to launch the program January 2nd. And I put 2017, it was 2018. Whoops. I shared with them who is this program for so that they knew that this was for them. So I said, if you've ever found yourself spending more than 2.5 hours working out each week, seeing little results, this program is for you. If you're unsure where to start, but want to get into better shape, you're in the right place. You want to work out from home and ditch your gym, bingo. But if you already know what you're doing, then don't come. So I let them know, like, this is who this is for, and then this is who this is not for. Like, if you're doing good on your workouts, like, get out of here. Like, this is for people who are struggling. Also, the confusion with my program, and I will give you this for when you create yours, name it something that's super clear because Steph Yoga, people think it's a yoga program, and it's technically fitness, I would say. It's just not relaxing in any way. So, the class is based off the flow of yoga, is what I tell them that we'll be using yoga style moves, and it's okay if they've never tried yoga. So really, you want to be easing people's concerns in this kind of email sequence. Like, okay, what is it? Can I do it? You know, what would they be worried about? And then I let them know how is this going to work logistically? How do they access these videos? So I share with them what happens when they sign up. And then I also take the risk out of it. What if I don't like it? A lot of people are really concerned with that. No worries. I always offer a money back guarantee. If people try it and they don't like it, that's fine. I don't really want to take someone's money who's not going to do it. All right, so this is 3 weeks before I launch. So I said I'm still like staying top of mind, I'm generating a lot of excitement around this. I was like really excited for this launch. The program was only available for 1 week and I was only letting 35 people in because I was scared shitless that it was gonna like go wrong. So I was really, really limiting this. Um, so I shared with them about ankle weights. This is one of the key differences in my program is that ankle weights like completely change the game. And I said prior to discovering this methodology, I never used dumbbells. I always was doing cardio. And once I started using ankle weights and hand weights, it changed the game for me, and I was able to lose all of the fat on my stomach and my hips. And I was like very obsessed with looking good back then, so I've kind of like altered my messaging. Um, but that really is truly the intention of the program is to slim your sides, slim your waist, slim your entire body. Um, so in this email, I wanted to really share the point of difference that this program provides. So when you're thinking of your sequence, like share like what is so different about your yoga program? Why is this different? And you uniquely make it different, but maybe like, okay, I've learned this specific method or this like class is designed for one specific intention. Um, this video isn't about programs, it's about email lists, but when it comes to your program, it's really, really important to not give people just a random mixture of knowledge. Have a point of difference. Have this mean something to you that's different than anything else. And it doesn't have to be like, oh my God, mind blowing, but make it very unique and very authentic because that's felt. Okay, next email I sent was when they can sign up. So Tuesday, January 2nd at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. PST, the program is available for purchase. So I was just answering the questions that a lot of people were giving me is what do they need for the program? So if you're doing something where people need blocks or a strap, let them know that kind of thing. Like, are there any props? Do they need a yoga mat? Where should they get them? Can you be as specific and precise as possible? Because people are going to have lots of questions, especially when they're paying you. Like, people want to know what they're paying for and what they're getting. So the more clear and in integrity you can be, the better. And then for me, I said them like, what do you even get? So they'll receive a new video with a new playlist every single week, and they will totally transform their body. Um, and then I just shared how excited I was. I said the same testimonial, I think, from earlier, and that was it. That was 4 days before launch. So I didn't send that many emails. Um, I think that I sent this twice and I just added this first question. So this was the same content. I think I sent it. I edited that first one and sent this one. So same thing that I just said, I just added this one question. What is the workout? Imagine a workout that combines all of your favorite classes and leaves you with a sense of post-workout accomplishment. Blah, blah, blah. Same thing I've already kind of said. Okay. So that was 4 days before. So this is, I didn't actually even send an email the day that it launches. Like that was how just people were so excited that people actually like bought it at midnight. And I didn't even send an email and like 10 people joined the first day, which was really a testament of how excited and how much I believed in this. So the number one thing was like your unshakable faith and your transformation from your program will directly correlate to the number of people who buy it. And I had unshakable faith that this was going to transform these people's lives because my life was transformed from it. So when there was 4 days left, like I finally sent an email, which is like I was very cautious back then. Like I was like, I don't really want to bother anyone. Don't do that. Send an email every day. Every single person needs to join. So I said, embracing the scenes of excitement about you completely transforming your body and building the body you've always dreamed of. Blah, blah, blah. I basically tell them like vulnerably what this meant to be. And then excited for them to transform. It was a super natural thing for me and it didn't feel forced. And I remember just being like overjoyed at the fact that people even paid me. Um, so it was really natural. I sent one final email on the day that people purchased and I just let them know what was going on, and if they were on the fence about joining, I said that they have I have a 60-day refund policy, and if they didn't like it, then that's fine. Um, so it was really simple. This was 9 emails over a 2-month period. Um, This worked super well, and the strategy really worked because of my belief in my product. So one of the things is if you're using email for selling a product, really make sure that you believe in your product first. You've seen people transform from it, and you really, really want people to actually truly purchase it in your heart. And if you are creating an email list without a product, just be sharing and letting people know like what it is that you're going to offer them. Start a YouTube channel, send a new video every week, create trust, and stick to one committed schedule. Email is one of the best ways to build your business, one brick at a time. And it's just something with the longevity of it, I really, really, truly believe in. I hope you got a lot of value out of this. Comment, let me know, send me an email. What did you get?